Good evening and welcome to the Ordinance and Intergovernmental Relations Subcommittee meeting. Today is Tuesday, January 12, 2016. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, councilors. As Council President, I am here tonight to take the first motion for nomination of the Vice Chair of the Ordinance Subcommittee. I'd like to open the floor for the Chair of the Ordinance Subcommittee. I'd like to open the floor at this moment. Councilors, are there any nominations for Chair?
Yeah, we'd like to nominate Estela Reyes to be the chair.
Okay. Motion has been made to nominate Councilor Estela Reyes as the Chair. Is there a second?
I second.
And properly second. Councilor Reyes, before I make the call, do you accept the nomination tonight?
I accept it.
Okay, Councilor Reyes accepts. Councilors, what's your pledge here? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank
Congratulations, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Since we have three, Good evening, and thank you. Thank you for the nomination, but I think it's important just to express that being a chair is only a title. We all have the same value versus of opinion and decisions. And I'm looking forward to work with you and all of you whenever you have something in the agenda that we might can work together. Thank you. So I'm looking for a nomination to nominate a vice chair.
I nominate Giovanni Rodriguez for Vice Chair.
I decline. I would like to nominate Modesto Maldonado to vice chair.
I also decline.
You also decline? So since we still,
I'm sorry? We can wait until Councilor Alvarez comes to the next meeting and see whether she would accept.
okay, do you want to do
nomination.
that?
Huh?
Do you want to do that? Do we want to wait into the next?
Can we proceed with the meeting?
Oh, yeah, we can proceed with the meeting with the chair.
Yes.
Yes.
We can do that. So what I'm doing, since we were supposed to be posting by 7:30, I would like to take one item out of orders, if it's okay with you. Can I take it order, document 5-15 out of order?
So move.
Can I hear a second?
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 5-16 is taxi livery renewal. And we have Officers Flora here to give us an update. Officer?
Good evening, councilors. I've submitted the 2016 renewals for all the taxi cab, interstate livery and livery license. You should have a copy of that. Everything was in order. Well, we submitted it with a favorable recommendation to the city council.
Okay. Just give a few minutes just to go
Okay.
through the package, just in case that, Officers, was one company that was missing some kind of documentation? Do you have all the ones that?
Yes, it was Go United Express Transportation. Was
Okay.
missing their letter of good standing, which they complied. I made a copy of that for you.
I'm sorry?
Okay,
And they were also missing their stamp tax items for the city,
okay,
and they also complied with that. And that I submitted also today.
okay. So, I open the floor for any question for Officers Flores. This is a renewal.
Officer Flores,
Councilor Maldonado.
can you, for the sake of not only the people that are here, but also those who are listening and looking at this meeting from home, Can you explain the difference between what a taxi company is and what a livery company is?
Yeah, sure.
And why there are two different types of licenses?
First of all, a taxi cab company requires a medallion. There are only 150 licensed taxi cabs in the city of Lawrence, which are issued a medallion. That's the only way they can operate in the city. On a livery company, you get a livery plate from the Registry of Motor Vehicles. Then they're allowed to request for a license to operate in the city as a business. Once they comply with all the steps that are required by the Hackney unit, we submit it to you for recommendation. But as on a livery vehicle or company per se, it's mainly a contract company. So, for example, you have one of the livery companies there. They all have medical contracts with the clinics, hospitals. Others have contracts with private firms for transportation. And as a livery company, the only way you can operate is the method of payment would be a check or credit card. That being that since they are contracted by companies, they fall into that section with a check from the company. As a taxi cab, like I said, it's a medallion that's issued to a cab, and they can accept cash, and they're allowed to pick up anyone in the city. No given amount of personnel. It's just they can be hailed down, with the exception of a livery company cannot be hailed down. Basically, that's about it.
What determines what is the difference in terms of the rate that is charged by a taxi company and a livery company?
Like I said, for first of all, taxi cab company, the rate is controlled by the city. So in order for them to ever hike up their fare rate, it has to be approved by the city council. All right. On a livery transportation company, there is no rate set because that's private.
So they set their own rate by contract.
Correct.
What happens if a livery company is called by, so you indicated, number one, that they have to be a contract,
Correct.
and prior to picking up that individual or group of individuals.
That's correct.
And you also indicated that those individuals or companies or private sector will have to pay by check or credit card.
That's correct.
Okay. What happens if a livery company responds to a call to be picked up without a previous contract?
It's in the city ordinance. It allows for a what's called a prearranged.
I'm sorry?
It's
Prearranged.
what's allowed is a prearranged service. So a prearranged service could be a phone call to the company.
Okay, so I can call a livery company, for example, an hour before?
Yes.
How does that differentiate a livery company versus a taxi, when a taxi can call, you can call a taxi?
The difference is that for prearranged, you have to pay by check or credit card, versus a taxi cab, you can pay with cash.
And who confirmed that this procedure is being followed? Whether the delivery company is being paid by check or credit card?
That
Is
is,
there a record that is being maintained?
they should keep a record of their services. In order, like, I'll give you an example. One of our livery service that we have and we've had a problem with is high-class transportation, which is coming before the licensing board tomorrow night. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that company until tomorrow night. But for them as an example, using them as an example, they can be called as a prearranged service. They can pick up, and they're an express service, so it's actually more than a taxi cab. I believe their service would be $6 and up versus the taxi cab, which charges $5 for fare. And it's an express service, so it's only one person in that vehicle, unless it's a group that's together. To answer you, it is hard to keep records, whether they are abiding by the city ordinance. And we have been diligently looking into high class. And as a matter of fact, we did, the Hackney unit did a sting operation, which we did catch high class in violation of accepting cash instead of the primary method of payment with a credit card. And for that, that's why they're going before the licensing board tomorrow night. So I believe that depending on what happens with high class tomorrow, I believe there won't be no express livery service in the city.
At our last meeting, a group of taxi companies came to this committee complaining that some of the livery, especially those living in Methuen or Andover and North Andover.
Can I stop you a second, Counselor?
Yes,
I believe that there is a scheduled meeting for that.
yes.
And it would be fair if they were here,
Right.
so they can also ask questions, because I believe they do have some questions and
Yes.
concerns.
Okay,
That's why they're not here tonight.
okay, great, great. Okay, no more questions.
Any other question? Rodriguez, do you have any question?
Well, you answered like my questions already,
Okay.
many of the one that I have.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, what I'm looking is, I'm looking for a motion.
Motion to send up to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Motion has been made,
Seconded.
properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Officers Flores.
I will notify you on Thursday, the outcome of the licensing board meeting.
Please do.
Okay?
Please do.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're going back to the agenda. So our first document is, document 4-16 is a disclosure by municipal employee on offer of financial interest, and that has been put in the agenda by Robert E. Rangers. Please come forward. Good
My name's
evening.
Robert Runge. I live at 32 Dracut Street.
Thank you
That's
for
right
being here.
It's the,
So, you're here to disclosure. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Sure. I've been taking care of the elections machines since, I believe, 2006, 2007. And what I do with those is I get them prepped for elections. Once the election takes place, machines come back in. I take memory cards, I download the information into what they call a GEM system, which actually comes off of one of the AccuVote machines, and tabulate the results.
Okay. So, Councilor, any question for Mr. Runge?
Madam Chair, I don't have any questions. Mr. Runge has come before
Yes.
Yep.
this committee before.
I think this is my third or
And,
fourth
Your
time.
third time. It's always a
So
pleasure.
I don't have a problem.
You don't have a problem.
Unless Councilor Rodriguez has a question, I would
I
like,
do not have a question.
This is,
I would like to make a motion to send it up to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
motion
Seconded.
has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Runge.
Thank you.
Okay, our next item in the agenda is document 6-16, and that is a transfer vendor license that has been put in the agenda by Rafael Gonzalez.
Espérate un minuto.
Rafael Gonzalez, 48 Brook Street.
Okay, Rafael, is that a new one or is a renewed license?
It's a renew.
It's a renewal.
I don't see, do you have the documentation
Yes,
there?
I do, I just had it, but, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, this is, I can see all the papers are in order. Yes, it's right here. You want it?
16, okay, I see it.
So, okay. So what are you selling?
Sandwiches,
Sandwich,
pork, beef, and chicken.
okay. Where do you usually park? I know this is not the first time that you've been here, but where do you usually park?
On Jackson Street.
Okay. Do you currently move every 2 hours whenever you don't have a line?
Well, we have been in business for 12 years now. So there's always people that comes. We know the rules of how the transient vendor, how they're supposed to move every 20 minutes.
Every 2 hours.
But we are really lucky with the amount of clients that we have.
Mr. Gonzalez, the reason that I'm saying that is because it's a lot of people who's coming for a new license, and we have to treat everybody the same. I know that this business has been on for 12 years, as you say, and I can see that it's always a people, but I have to, or we have to, tell you, every single one who comes in front of us, that you're supposed to be moving
Yes.
every 2 hours. So I just want you to keep that very clear in mind, that because it's going to be a lot of complaints for people that we are pushing or forcing them to do that.
Okay.
Point of information.
Yes,
And they have to move every 2 hours, but if they have clients online.
that's what he's saying,
they
like,
have-
he's,
They can stay, right?
no, that's what he say, like, he's
Yes.
always had, and I know the business, I know him, and, but not because I know him, not because I saw people. I still have to repeat it because, it's gonna be more people
No, we
coming
understand it.
and apply, and I have to just kinda repeat the same message.
Yeah.
Even if it is a renewal, we just have to kinda keep telling people what they can and what they cannot do. Only because if you're getting into something, you cannot say, well, they never told me that. So, and I know this is not your case,
No,
but.
I know.
So any other question? This is a renewal. He has been coming here for several years. I have any further question? Any question? I'm looking for a motion.
Motion to send it up to the full council with a favorable recommendation?
Second it?
All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you,
Okay.
Gonzalo.
The only thing, the full council is gonna be on the 19th,
Yes,
but we're not gonna be here on that day. We're gonna be in Texas.
okay. I think we are still gonna pass the item. If anyone has any specific question, they can contact you, since that this is not a new license.
Okay.
So, but thank you for notifying us, because I was gonna just kinda tell you when you need to come,
Okay.
okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you. And I'm sorry for the wait. Okay, the next item is, document 9-16, that is a common street two-way traffic that has been put in the agenda by Councilor Maldonado.
Yes, councilors, way back, a few years back, when SS Street was converted into a one-way, the city decided also to convert Common Street into one-way, so that there would be traffic going from west to east on Common, and traffic coming from east to west on SS Street. As you know, SS Street was converted again back into a two-way. And it seems to me that there's no sense of keeping Common Street a one-way, because it defeats the purpose of what was intended to be done originally. So my feeling is that we should turn Common Street back to a two-way street, so that it will provide a better pattern of traffic and traveling
Okay.
back and forth, from east to west and back and west to east. So I'm recommending that the attorney develops the appropriate language to turn Common Street back into a two-way. Now, I had a conversation behind closed doors in the council's office with Councilor Rodriguez, and he told me that the planning department is thinking of doing something with Common Street. So it might be a good idea to send a letter to the planning director, Teresa Park, to come in front of this committee before we make a decision, to explain to us what is it that they are planning to do with Common Street, and if they don't have that projected on a close range, then I believe that we should take action to turn Common Street back into a two-way.
So basically, your motion will be just to send a correspondent letter to Mrs. Teresa Park to come in front of us and give us an update. What is the plan versus of Common Street being a two-way traffic?
Yes.
Is that your motion?
Yes.
Is that a
Yeah,
formal?
and
Yes.
I would like to speak on behalf of what I saw and on the planning department. I think that they should come over, it's true, and they should explain to us, to the full council, or to this
Here.
subcommittee, of what they want to do. I understand that it's not just an easy project, because we need to come up with someone. We have to have the traffic lights going into the opposite direction, which we don't have.
The mic is off.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we have to somehow come up with some extra expanding because of the traffic light that is now facing the other direction, which we're gonna change. And then common street. So basically, they have a project that I think it's to avoid congestions in downtown, and they already including Common Street, and it will be good to have them here to explain to us what they want to do, and do it, in the proper way. That way we won't have to.
Councilor Maldonado, if it is okay with you, since we know that something is on the table, they probably gonna come out and do something. They can send us some kind of update if that is going to be in the plan, or you still want them to come just to make sure that this is going to happen, so you don't want to delay the process?
I think it would be better if somebody from the planning office comes
Okay.
and speak to us.
Yeah.
So that
That
we
sounds
can
fair.
ask questions. I agree with Councilor Rodriguez to the fact that there's going to be some expenditures. New traffic lines have to be painted.
And the traffic lights itself.
All kinds of signs on the sidewalk have to be rearranged. Traffic lights have to be rearranged, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it would be a great idea to have somebody from the planning department to come over and
Give us
explain to us what projects they have in the planning department with Common Street. And if they don't have any plannings, then we should go ahead and,
Yeah,
Maybe they can go ahead and develop
Exactly. Exactly.
a plan.
exactly.
For that.
okay, the
Exactly.
motion is to send a correspondent to someone from the planning department to be present for our next ordinance meeting.
Gonna take them 2 weeks, right?
Can I hear a second?
I second it.
All's in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Motion to table document 9.
So move.
Can I hear a second?
Second it.
All's in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Is there a date for the meeting that you'd like to invite?
We're gonna have a meeting in 2 weeks.
And I don't have the date. That is something that we need to coordinate since we have a meeting next week. I don't know if we can be ready, or they can be ready, since it's gonna be a short notice, or it can be plenty of time, yeah.
That's plenty
Okay.
of time, yeah.
Okay, so I have one last document that I want to take out of the table, document 330-15. Can I get a motion to take document 330-15?
So move.
Can I hear a second?
Second it.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Okay, document 330-15 is a second-hand dealer, That has been put in the agenda by Ramona's Market, and that is going to be at 81 South Broadway. Ramona?
Good evening.
Name and address for the record.
Yes, my name is Ramona Marte, and I live in 39 Evergreen Drive in Bradford, Mass.
Ramona, first of all, I just want to apologize with you because I know it has been a long time that you've been trying to get this done. And since we didn't have the meeting on December, so you have to move it until now. So can you explain a little bit what this is going to be? This is going to be a new license, or this is going to be the business that exists?
No, I already have my license for 133 South Union.
133?
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is going to be a new license for 81 South Broadway.
So what are you going to be selling?
Second-hand stuff, like any stuff, like a household, like a small appliance for the kitchen, clothes, like shoes, yes.
Okay, Ramona, Mrs. Ramona has been coming here several times. So I open the floors, if you guys has any question.
Yes, I do have a question.
Okay, Councilor Rodriguez.
How you doing, Ramona?
Hi.
Are you using, this is gonna be an 81 South Broadway, right? Is that a building inside location?
I don't understand what your question.
I mean, are you using part of the sidewalk to put some display outside?
Oh,
and stuff
no,
like
no,
that?
nothing. We don't use outside, no. Everything is inside.
Okay,
We don't use the sidewalk, no.
okay. Do you have a sign for your business outside,
We don't have like, we only gonna use like a banner.
like a bar?
Okay.
Okay. Um, Yes, I just want to make sure that you have the proper sign and stuff like that, and you've used the sidewalk, but that's fine.
Yeah, I had the business like for over a year, the one in South Union.
Mhm.
I never have any complaint or any problem.
No, it's not about the complaint, it's just,
Yeah, I don't use any sign, like electric sign or nothing like that, just the banner.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other question?
Yes, Ramona, on your application, you did not indicate whether you own any city property? Do you own any buildings in the city?
No,
You don't,
no,
okay.
I don't.
No more questions.
No more question? I'm looking for a motion.
Second, oh,
Motion to send it up to the full council with a favorable recommendation?
second,
All's in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Ramona, you need to come back in front of us on January 19,
Okay, thank you.
okay? At
Have a
7
good night.
o'clock.
thank you.
And thank you, Ramona. Any,
Ramona, till that time, basically the full council is gonna approve what we just discussed? Yes. And then, that's when you're gonna be able to get your
but she's,
license.
yeah, no,
Okay,
she
thank you.
knows, I mean, this is, yeah. Ramona is one of those who has been coming in front of us, like, several times. So they know when they come the first time, they have to come back for but thank you for the clarifications, because, is, even though we know that we'll say with you, Ramona, don't worry. No, we just kinda, talk to people at home. Even though we know that the applicants know the rules and regulation, we still need to repeat it to them.
Yep.
Okay, but thank you for that. I don't have any other items that we need to treat in now,
Madam Chair, I just have a suggestion.
right?
When we look at the agenda, for example, if you look at document 33315, there's no notes stating whether we sent that document to Officer Scanlon.
What document is that one?
No, I'm simply giving you an example.
Okay.
If you look at document 33315,
Okay,
there's no indication whether we took any action in the past. So my suggestion is that in the next agendas,
right,
that it should state in parentheses, sent to Officer Scanlon.
How they used to
Because,
do
because
that.
I'm sure that we have already, all
Yes,
those
yes.
handicap parking
Right.
requests, they all have been sent to Officer Scanlon, and we are waiting for an answer.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, looking at the agenda, we don't know. And obviously,
We don't want to
for-
leave something sitting here
Exactly,
forever.
exactly. And not only that, but we don't want to rely basically on our memory.
Right,
And there should be some kind of notation in parentheses stating, refer to Officer Scanlon.
yes.
So if the secretary will look back, especially those, all the handicap, if you look back, and in the next, for the next agenda,
Right.
there should be some notation there, referred to Officer Scanlon and the date that it was referred,
Okay.
okay?
Okay,
No.
motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second day?
All's in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you for being present.
Did you speak to the,
She's waiting.
oh, okay.
She's